Hello, my beautiful people of Nigeria. Nice talking to you once more again. Munikinkinyo. I say kanke no. Nagode. Nigerian people. Still on the state of the nation and what is happening. Really appalling. Really appalling. First of all, I must commend the efforts of the NLC, the Nigerian Labour Congress. They are concerned for the ordinary citizens of Nigeria and the plight of the citizens of Nigeria, and their intervention in trying to bend a very stubborn government. A very stubborn government that is irresponsible and is not in the position to take responsibilities for their actions. It has been a consistent government. It's just very simple. All the things we are talking about is just very simple. I don't know why some people will come on the media, on the TV, and start arguing the unarguable, defending the undefendable. The fact that we are still talking about fuel subsidy is a shame. It's a shame to APC, most especially. A shame to APC. Why are they acting as if Bola Ahmed Tinubu is acting as if they've never been in government? He's acting as if washing his hands off what is there, saying that he just came in and he just met the situation he met on ground is that subsidy is removed and whatever rubbish he's talking about. They're not trying to play the mind game with Nigerians their usual way. It's not going to work. It won't work. So the agitation and concern of Nigerians now is not that the subsidy is being removed or is removed. Of course, everybody wants it removed. We all know the story about it. Even the APC government should know the story about the subsidy better than every Nigerian, because they are the story of the subsidy. Because everyone in government, in the past government, in the NNPC, in the various ministry, are still there in this new government, so-called new government regime of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They know what has been happening there. After all, their godfather or their father, the ex-president Buhari, was the Minister of Petroleum till the last seconds of the 8 years he spent in power as the president of Nigeria. 8 years that has witnessed oil, constant, daily, every hour oil theft. And they pretend they don't know about it. 8 years of him being the Minister of Petroleum, that the 4 refineries, major refineries Nigeria have, never produced a drop of oil in the last 8 years. Although every year they allocate funds to all these refineries in the budget. Okay, now let's assume, let's just assume assumptions now. If Tinubu is coming into government and they believe that government is a continuum. Why are they surprised that NLC is acting the way they do? Why? Because the question is, APC has been in government. APC announced the removal of subsidy. APC allocated just subsidy funds in the budget just for 6 months. They've known since 6 months, since last year, that there will be no fund for subsidy. What were their preparations to alleviate the suffering that is going to incur for the ordinary Nigerians? What were their plans? What were the phases of their plans that the transition from subsidized PMS to unsubsidized PMS? What were the phases they planned in order to move out to carry out that removal? Or they had no plan, which is the fact. There was no plan. Because if there was a plan, all these handover ceremonies that they did, don't they have a page where they explain to Tinubu that this is where we are. This is, apart from the dubious $800 million they planned to share, all in the name of palliative to the people. Apart from that, what are the long-term plans that they put in place? Which one of them should be the functioning of all the oil refineries? If they funded the reactivation of these refineries, where are the documentaries? Where are the visuals? Where are the videos of these complexes that shows the work done and what is remaining to be done and when oil is going to come in? These are the things that will have made the NLC not to go on strike and believe their words. There are no visuals. The best they do is that they try to avoid that topic of the 4 refineries in Nigeria that are not working, even though in the last 8 years they've spent billions of naira on those refineries. They avoid these topics. Why? So why are they attacking NLC now? Why are they telling NLC that their actions are politically motivated? How can people be so wicked? How can these grown-ass men be so wicked and selfish? If they had handed out a plan to Tinubu, Tinubu should reveal that plan to Nigerians and NLC will not go on strike. And the people will believe that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You never did that. You came out, made the first mistake. I'm trying to wind back time now. You came in the first day in your inaugural speech. You released a missile telling people subsidy is gone. Let's assume you said it. That is not what you meant. It was no reason for NNPC to hike the price when we still have a month, a full month that is subsidized. And irrespective of that, NNPC that has monopolized the oil industry, the petroleum industry all the while. Even though they've not been privatized, The essence of all those amendments, Petroleum Bill Act and everything, is a waste. And because nobody is giving account. Nobody is holding anybody accountable. So now they hike the price. If Tinubu and his government was serious, and they really know the plight of Nigerians, and they really want to reduce their plight, the first thing they should have done is to call NNPC to order and order everyone to sell PMS at the price, at the subsidized price, at least till the end of June, while his government tried to concentrate on a long-term initiatives that will make it bearable for Nigerians. Number one, they don't have no plan. They have no plan. Number two, Tinubu never called them to order. He claims to be having meetings with NNPC, with CBN. What are the outcomes of those meetings? It was not made public to the Nigerians. Everything is shredded in secrecy. You had meetings with them. Did you tell them to go back and put back the price to where it was? You didn't do that. All you are saying is plans are in place to put in palliatives. What do you mean? Be concrete. Detail. Nigerians are tired of hearing these types of rhetorics that has no meaning. Plans are in place to put in palliatives. What are the plans? Where is the place that you put those plans? That is what Nigerians want to know. That is what NLC wants to know. Not just speaking vague, and nobody understands what you're saying. So what are those plans? Speed it out and let Nigerians know. At least to give them the hope. There are no plans. Now, to the issue of the $800 million, let's assume what your predecessor that has messed up the whole country for 8 years has bargained as plans to alleviate the effect of the removal of the subsidy. Is it not insane for you to think of handing out 5,000 naira to individuals, to 5 million people? Of what effect is that? Such palliatives in civilized cities are meant to alleviate immediate required plight of the people. For example, in a case of flood where people lose their house, you give them 5,000 so that they can eat for a day or two. While you make plans to reaccommodate them all, to make them comfortable again on a long term. That is what those such palliatives are meant for. And not for when you are removing oil subsidy that you know in a split of 5 minutes, you will be taking out more than 15,000 naira from the pockets of the average Nigerian, working Nigerian, because you have now tripled the price of the PMS, which controls, which is the energy, which is the powerhouse of any country, every civilized nation. Now, in a split second, you are taking 15,000 naira from their pocket. As palliatives, you want to give them 5,000 naira for a whole month. Who does that? People are saying that the transport fare is increasing from what used to be 200 naira has gone up to 1,000 naira. If an average worker in Nigeria is spending 1,000 naira to and 1,000 naira back home every day just on transportation for 5 days in a week, it is 2,000 naira a day. For 5 days in a week, it's 10,000 naira. Now multiply it by 4. In a month, it is 40,000 naira. Transport alone for an average worker. So what is your average, what is your minimum wage? A minimum wage of 30,000 naira. And the worker will be spending 40,000 naira on transportation alone. To work, going to work and coming back. Nothing else. He's already having a minus 10,000 naira. He has not talked about feeding. He has not talked about his family. And the worst of it, I want to reveal this to Nigerian government. If you don't understand why the Western nation are prospering, because you people will copy every wrong thing, but you will never copy the right thing. The reason the Western worlds are prospering is in the Bible. When God talked about children, how to treat children, and the blessing that comes with it, those are the things that the Western worlds are enjoying. Why? In Germany, I will talk of places I know I've been. In Germany, every month, this government pays out to every child from birth, a certain amount of money. It is not talking. For example, in Germany, it's between the range of 116 euro to 200 euros, depending on the age of your child. All of them, first child, second child, third child. If you have 5 children, they receive this money. They are already partaking in the fortunes of their country. Every single child that is born in that country benefits from that. And because they do that, because they take care of every child from the day of conception till they turn adult, God bless these nations. The same thing in UK. Now, Mr. Tinubu and APC government, what are you doing for the Nigerian child? Let's even leave the adults out of this. What are you doing for the Nigerian child? Have you thought of what this removal of subsidy, the effect of it on the average Nigerian child? Because where everybody's talking, nobody's talking about their children that will be trekking to school because their parents can no longer afford to pay their bus fees to school. I was a child. I had my nursery to secondary school in Nigeria. I knew days I would have to trek to school. I knew days I would have to trek to school. As a child, it was not comfortable. Arriving school, trekking for more than 30 minutes, you come into school, your legs are heavy, you're tired, and you're sleeping. So these are the things that are going to be happening to Nigerian students. These are the things they're going to be experiencing now on the daily, and nobody is talking about it. Nobody cares. What are the palliatives that you are doing for them? Have you ordered, for example, in Lagos, that every BLT bus should take students for free to their schools? That is a palliative that you can do. Have you done that? Have you provided buses in every other state to do the same for every child on uniform every morning, irrespective to where they are going, that they get on the bus for free? Have you done that? That is what your 800 million you are collecting as loan on the heads of these children could have done for them. But you are not thinking of that. You are thinking of your selfish interest. For all of you are just going to share that money into your private pockets. What are you doing for the children? Those that their parents can no longer be able to bring to school because the parents have to park their car because they cannot fuel the car no more. They cannot bring their children to school no more. And those that their parents never even had the opportunity of having a car before, that depends on public transport, are now going to be trekking to school because their parents cannot afford to pay their transport fees every morning again to school. So they have to trek to school and trek back, trek kilometers. And you old, I don't want to use derogatory words, but my anger is high above the roof. Because you people are a bunch of irresponsible people, wicked, infested individuals. You were busy making preparations for your inauguration, for transition, for handover, spending all what you spend, preparing world-class transition. But you never prepared for transition, for the removal of the oil subsidy. You were busy forming committees and everything, but you never had any committee for transition from subsidized oil to the removal of oil subsidy. You people are wicked. Tinubu, I'm sorry to say you are wicked. The same reason why I said it before, the same reason why Buhari failed, even though he had, if at all he even had one atom of plan to do the right thing, the reason why he failed was because of the way he came into office. The people that brought him into office are the people that had held the state, the nation hostage. These are the people that has captured the state, Nigeria. Those are the people that brought him into power. That was why he couldn't do nothing. Promising to come and fight corruption, failing woefully. Promising to come and fix security, failing woefully. Because his mandate was not accepted by the people. And the same thing is happening now. Everybody is screaming what Tinubu did in Lagos, what he didn't do in Lagos. What Nigerians are witnessing today, is it different from Lagos? Is it different from what people are witnessing in Lagos? The hardship? Is it different? If he had done so greatly and he has been installing talent, because they assume and claim that he has the talent of finding out the best people, the best whatever for every job. Are the people in Lagos faring better today? Are the children in Lagos faring better today? Are families in Lagos faring better? Are the workers in Lagos faring better? Due to what Tinubu, the so-called Tinubu, has done and his regime are still doing in Lagos? One good example that could have helped people in this hour is the so-called blue rain and red rain and green rain and whatever rain you people are doing in Lagos. You claim to be doing for over 12 years. You have not delivered. Just because of election in February, you hurriedly, APC hurriedly with Sanwo-Olu start commissioning what is not ready, commissioning air. Now up to today, those trains are not running. If they were to be running, the plight of Nigerians in Lagos at least will have been reduced. But it's not running. You people are wicked. You people are simply wicked. It must be stated so. I want to tell anybody that goes on the TV to speak to the powers, speak truth, speak it the way it is. And the TV moderators, please stop interrupting them when they are saying the truth. Let them say the truth. And stop the people, these irresponsible people, from coming into your studios and deceiving Nigerians and spitting into their face while they are suffering. Spitting into their face with lies. How dare anybody come out and attack the NLC and start telling them that their actions are politically motivated? Meanwhile, they are the one that are now turning everything now to be political instead of accepting their failures and amending their ways. Now they're pointing fingers at the NLC. Are you people serious? Are you serious? Now you are recycling yourself again back into power. Meanwhile, you are telling Nigerians you are changing. You want to do this. Meanwhile, the same set of people are in power. What change are they going to bring? What change is Gbajabiamila going to bring? What change is Fashola going to bring that they didn't bring in the last 8 years? What change is Akpabio going to bring? Are you political clowns? Enough should be enough. Enough should be enough. I've just said that Bola Tinubu, congratulations, you have achieved your lifetime ambition to become president of Nigeria. You have been made president. Now it's time to vacate that office. At least you have had that title that you want to have. Vacate that office and let people that wants to do the work come and do it. Stop blocking people from that are ready to work and change the fortunes of that nation. Stop blocking them. Stop frustrating them. The right people that are supposed to be in power now are in the courts. They are in the court fighting for what they are not supposed to be fighting for. And you have these clowns sitting down in Asu Rock and insulting Nigerians. APC, it's time you people vacate office. Please. You've stolen enough. The money you have, till you die, you won't exhaust it. The money you people have looted from that country. What else do you want? You have to let Nigeria be. You don't have any plan for Nigeria. You never had any plan to change anything. I told you, Tinubu, that God rejected you to be the president of Nigeria. But you are as stubborn, more stubborn than Saul. And you have forced yourself into that Asu Rock. And now you are shitting everywhere. Had someone come on the national television to deceive Nigerians that if there is anybody that is more ready to run the government of Nigeria, that it's Tinubu. If there is anybody that is more ready with solution, that is Tinubu. We have seen all these solutions. Just some few days in office. It's chaos everywhere, suffering everywhere. And to the judiciary, you have seen the loads of evidence. It's as clear as black and white. It's as clear as black and white. Please, it's time you tell Mr. Tinubu, we are sorry, our hands are tied. Your people did a very bad job. There is nothing we can do for you here. You have to leave that office from His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, who rightfully won the mandate of the people. For you to know who won the heart of the people, if he is in office and he's telling the people, this is what we are going to do, it's going to take some pain, the people will go with him all the way. But if you don't have the mandate of the people, they don't want to go one step with you. And that is what is happening to you, Mr. Tinubu and APC. Because you are still showing the signs, the same symptoms of your past government. It's the same thing. So what are you trying to sell to the people? Why are you disturbing the people of Nigeria? Why can't you leave them alone? They don't want you. They don't want you to rule them. They've had you for 8 years, even for more than 8 years, because it is still the same people that were in PDP for 16 years that are still in APC today. They only changed Jesse every time. Get out of power. You need to leave power right now. You need to leave. It is more so unbelievable that none of you in government is talking about the children. ASU, the universities are closed for over a year. Now you are bringing this upon them. Even the primary schools now, nursery schools and the secondary school children now, you are inflicting pains on them because they will be trekking kilometers to school because they cannot afford transportation to school. And none of you is none. I've not heard anyone. Not the oh my God. Somebody who is supposed to be a great-grandfather, Mr. Tinubu, not even you. All you people have, you have your eyes on the money you are going to loot, on power. That's what you have your eyes on. You have no conscience. Everyone in power today, in government today, from top to bottom, you all have no conscience. You have a heart of stone. You are wicked. You all are wicked. Once again, if you don't understand what the NLC is saying. Nigeria Labour Congress, if you don't understand what they're saying, I will make it clear to you. They are saying that you are not prepared to rule Nigeria. Because if you were prepared, you would have been prepared to cushion the effect of removal of oil subsidy before you announce it or remove it. Because the effect of it matters to an extent that every second somebody is losing his or her life because of your action. Every second, people are losing their means of livelihood because of your actions. Every second, families are breaking up because of your actions. Because of the financial burden that is being thrown on them now. That is what NLC is saying. They don't want to have you there because you are not prepared. It's just like somebody who was employed for a job and you turn up, you have no tools with you. If you were given the contract to do that job, that person is going to turn you back because you are not qualified to take that job. You can't come to take up the job of a carpenter and you have no instrument, nothing with you. Or you come, you start talking everywhere. No. That is what NLC is saying. You are not prepared to do the job. And this was what Nigerians envisaged when they unequivocally rejected you and APC on the 25th of February 2023. But you people decided to hijack that mandate and start telling lies. Nigerians saw this. They knew that Tinubu and APC can no longer do anything for Nigeria. That was why they rejected you in the first place. Do you hear any Nigerians celebrating you when you celebrating a new government? No. But wait till the right people that Nigeria gave their mandate to come into office. Then you will see the relief that will come on their face. You will see the joy that will fill their heart. But all these are suspended for now because of your greediness, because of your wickedness. But it's all well. It's all well. The obedient movement is the act of God. It's not the act of man. That is what you people have failed to understand. You think it's your normal usual business of the day? No. I told you people that God has listened to the cries of Nigerians because most Nigerians are God's children. And they've cried out to high heaven for decades. And Nigeria, and finally God has listened and has sent help. And all of you, every one of you that ever stood against this act of God, we receive the wrath of God in one way or the other. You will receive it. It will come upon you. Because nobody comes against the act of God and goes out unharmed and goes out like easily, freely like that. He said, anyone that this rock shall fall on shall be crushed, and anybody that fall on the rock shall be crushed into pieces. That is what it means to come against the act of God and the will of God. All of you in APC, every one of you telling lies. Wait for it. Wait for it. But in the meantime, think of, if nothing moves you to do the right thing, please think of the Nigerians, the Nigerian children, the primary school children, the secondary school children, the nursery school children. How these events that are unfolding is telling on them. Think of that. God bless Nigeria. Thank you. Bye.